Now, I am not a huge aficionado when it comes to this material. I have never read the original novel, but I have enjoyed the 1970s version directed by Brian De Palma. But now we have a brand new version of Carrie. It's 2013. It's a huge new remake. I know this is not the first time this movie has been remade, but it's brand new in theaters, and now Carrie is played by a real great actress named, a very young great actress named Chloe Grace Moretz, who I've really liked in the last, I think she's been around for the last 4 years making movies, and I hope she just gets better and better and better. Her mother in the film is played by, Carrie's mother in the film is played by Julianne Moore, and these are two actresses that I absolutely love, and I was really excited to see this movie. I remember the trailer, the teaser trailer to this film was awesome. It was just like this really fast close-up shot of her as we're seeing the town, just destruction all over the town. We see her, and she looks up and it says Carrie, and I was like, I'm sold, I'm excited. But I was really sad when this movie actually got pushed from March to October. But I can see now why it's October, why it's pushed to October, because there's really nothing to offer in October this year. Surprisingly, there's no Saw movie, there's no Paranormal Activity film, it's just Carrie. But when the trailer actually got released for this movie, I was really depressed, and I was like, this movie looks like it's gonna suck. And all the excitement went right out of my body, and I had no hopes for the film. But now that I've witnessed it, how do I feel? Well, this is the classic Carrie story. This feels like a carbon copy version of the original 1970s film. They look like from what I remember, I have not seen the film for a couple of years, but from what I remember, this felt like I was actually seeing the same movie, except for now they have phones, there's YouTube, and it looks a lot cleaner. You know, that original film with Sissy Spacek, I love her in that film. It just felt dirty and wrong and evil. But Chloe is a lot younger, so I don't know how much they could get away with a movie like this, because I think Sissy Spacek was a lot older in the original film, and they could definitely show more of Sissy Spacek. But since Chloe is underage, I was really worried going into this movie, and there was some really cool, creepy vibe as this movie was happening. And I tell you, Julianne Moore is just great as being this really weird, sadistic mother. It is perfect casting for her in this film, and I think Chloe is some good casting too. I think she might be too pretty for this role. It's really hard to see her in this performance because we have seen her at Hit Girl. She's more of a positive, outgoing, outlandish woman when it comes to those high school experiences in the Kick-Ass movies. But in this film, she is shy. I really did believe her. Even the supporting cast was kind of ridiculous and kind of stereotypical of what we see in these kind of high school movies. But this movie started to work for me because I do love this material, and I knew where this movie was going, and I was very anticipating how this movie was going to end. How were they going to show us that great prom sequence at the very end? And if you've seen the original film, you know what I'm talking about, but if you haven't seen this movie, I think this is a good remake. What happened near the end of the film, I did not like the changes that happened. I was quite taken back because I overall enjoyed this movie. I liked the vibe of this film. It wasn't a scary movie. It was just utterly creepy. And it held my attention throughout the entire film, and I did like some of the things that happened near the end, but it didn't really live up to my expectations as it was being created throughout the rest of the film. I started having expectations to the end of the movie because I think the ending to the original Carrie from the 1970s is one of the coolest endings ever, because nobody is safe. But there's some things that were changed in this film that I just did not like, and my grade was going to be really high for this movie. I was ready to give this a lot of stars, but some of the things near the end were changed that I didn't really like. I don't know if that's from the original novel, but I just love what was created in the original movie, and some of the changes in this film felt a little uneven. I did like that it was R-rated. I did like that it was violent and it stuck to its guns. I'm glad we didn't get a PG-13 film out of this. It has surprised me that horror in 2013, when it comes to remakes, has been much more appealing to me than original or sequel material when it comes to the horror genre this year. I haven't seen anything that exciting when it comes to just original or sequel material. It's been the remakes this year. Surprisingly, in 2013 with Evil Dead and now this, even though I think Evil Dead is a better film and a better remake, this is not a bad film as well. I really enjoyed this film, and I do recommend it, especially if you have not seen the original film, though. Or I would maybe recommend watching the first film. Go back and watch the 1970s version, and then go and watch this film. It is worth seeing, I think, because of the solid performances by Chloe and Julianne Moore, and Judy Greer is very nice in the film as well. The supporting cast is okay, and it's directed quite well by Kimberly Pierce. This is not the first time she has made a movie about a woman who is an outcast. Well, of course, the last one was a true story called Boys Don't Cry, but I think she was right for this material, and she handles herself very well. I will recommend this film. It's a good horror movie, especially that we don't have anything else offered in October, and I'm going to give 2013's Carrie 3 solid stars. I'm MovieManCHAD. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter, and I'm on Facebook, and please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. And if you love movies as much as I do and would love to see more horror movies come out in October and use your Movie Pass, go to MoviePass.com. I love it. Please check it out. It'll change your life. It has changed mine. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.